Welcome back. Nigeria's political season is no longer approaching. It has arrived. Every major political party is positioning itself for what could become one of the country's most competitive presidential elections in recent history. Promises are being made, alliances are taking shape, and campaign machinery is gradually coming alive. But beyond the slogans and political declarations lies the question millions of Nigerians continue to ask every election cycle. Will this election truly be different? Or are Nigerians once again being offered familiar promises packaged in new language? The latest statements from the NDC has once again placed that question at the center of national conversation. The OK movement, a political support group aligned with the NDC, has declared that the party remains fully committed to offering Nigerians what it described as a new direction for Nigeria. The statement was released on the movement's verified X account shortly after a strategic meeting between the party's national leader, Henry Siraki Dixon, and its vice presidential candidate, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. According to the movement, the meeting reaffirmed the party's unity and readiness ahead of the 2027 presidential election, while also confirming that the party has successfully completed another important stage of the nomination process. According to the statement, both the presidential and vice presidential candidates have now been successfully uploaded to the INEC nomination portal. The movement announced that Peter Obi's presidential nomination and Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso's vice presidential nomination have both been officially submitted, describing the development as another milestone in the party's preparations. It also repeated one of its campaign messages, declaring that Nigeria will be okay. It is a simple slogan, but one carrying enormous expectations in a country battling insecurity, economic hardship, unemployment, and rising public frustration. The question, however, remains the same. Can optimism alone solve Nigeria's problems, or must it now be backed by measurable action? For the NDC, this announcement is about much more than completing paperwork. It is a public demonstration that the party wants Nigerians to see it as organized, united, and prepared for the political contest ahead. Every election cycle has shown that internal disagreements can weaken even the strongest political parties before campaigns properly begin. By highlighting the meeting between Dixon and Kwankwaso and confirming the successful submission of both candidates to INEC, the party appears determined to project stability and cohesion. But in Nigerian politics, unity inside the party is only one part of the equation. The far greater challenge is convincing millions of voters that unity can translate into effective leadership. This latest announcement also signals that the 2027 election is gradually moving from internal party preparations to direct engagement with Nigerians. Once candidates are successfully nominated, the focus naturally shifts towards policy, governance, and public confidence. Nigerians are no longer interested in simply knowing who is contesting. They want to know what each candidate intends to do differently. How will insecurity be tackled? How will inflation be controlled? What plans exist to reduce unemployment? How will education, healthcare, and infrastructure improve? These are the questions that will likely dominate political discussions over the coming months, and every party seeking power will eventually have to provide convincing answers. The slogan, "Nigeria will be okay," is itself an interesting political message. It reflects hope at a time when many Nigerians are facing daily struggles. Yet, hope, while important, is only the beginning. Citizens who have lived through repeated economic challenges, rising food prices, and persistent insecurity are becoming increasingly skeptical of political messaging. They have heard promises before, They have witnessed ambitious campaign speeches before. Many now believe that credibility is no longer measured by words, but by practical plans, demonstrated competence, and proven leadership. That means every political party, including the NDC, will eventually be judged not by its slogan, but by the strength of its policies and the confidence it inspires among voters. Another significant aspect of this development is the emphasis on political momentum. Every successful administrative step sends a message not only to supporters, but also to political opponents. By confirming that both candidates have been successfully uploaded to the INEC portal, the NDC is signaling that it intends to remain fully engaged in the electoral process, despite previous legal and political uncertainties surrounding the party. In politics, perception often matters almost as much as reality. Demonstrating readiness can energize supporters, attract undecided voters, and strengthen confidence among party members across the country. But perhaps the biggest challenge facing every political party in Nigeria remains trust. Across the country, citizens are increasingly demanding accountability rather than rhetoric. They are asking difficult questions of every presidential hopeful. Can they genuinely reduce insecurity? Can they revive the economy? Can they strengthen public institutions? Can they fight corruption effectively? Can they improve electricity, healthcare, and education? These are no longer abstract campaign issues. They are everyday realities affecting millions of households. Whichever party hopes to win the presidency must convince Nigerians that it possesses not only ambition, but also the capacity to deliver meaningful results. As preparation for the 2027 general election continue, political competition is expected to become even more intense. Campaigns will expand across the country. Manifestos will be unveiled. Alliances may shift. Debates will become sharper. Every statement made by political leaders will be scrutinized, and every promise will be carefully examined by an electorate that is becoming increasingly informed and increasingly demanding. Nigerians are no longer simply looking for politicians who can win elections. Many are searching for leaders Ultimately, the NDC has now made its message unmistakably clear. It says it is united. It says it is prepared. It says it represents a new direction for Nigeria. Whether Nigerians will embrace that message is a decision only the electorate can make when the time comes. Between now and election day, every political party will have the opportunity to present its vision for the country. But history has shown that elections are not won by slogans alone. They are won by trust, credibility, leadership, and the ability to convince citizens that tomorrow can genuinely be better than today. Will the NDC's promise of a new direction resonate with Nigerians? Or will voters demand more than hopeful declarations? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you find this report informative, please share it with others so more people can stay informed as Nigerians' journey towards the 2027 elections continues. I'm Chidera Esom. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next reports.